Welcome to Yachats.
Welcome to the beautiful coastal town of Yachats. Yachats is just a beautiful little quaint town, kind of on the central part of the coast. And so not too many people come here because for us to get here from Portland, it's a 3-hour drive. So most people stay up north where it only takes us about an hour and a half to get to the coast. Cool part about coming down here, way more quaint, less busy, less people. The only problem with a town like Yachats is you don't have as much selection as far as dining and or lodging. So Kim and I are staying in Newport, which is about 30 minutes north of here. If you stay up in Newport, you're going to have a lot more to do, and there's a lot more lodging options. So it's not going to be quite as expensive, and you're going to be able to stay in some higher end hotels and what have you. You come down here, you're definitely going to pay a premium to stay. But the nice part about this area of the coast is it's so quiet that you can stop off at some of these state parks and be one of the only people on the beach. So as you start to come down this way, it's going to get way more scenic. So we're heading to the Cape Perpetua Scenic Area. We're going to show you Devil's Churn, Thor's Well. I think there's the Hobbit Trail. A lot of cool stuff down here. We highly recommend if you get an opportunity, definitely check out Yachats if you want a nice, quiet place to stay on the Oregon coast.
So much seafood in this. Look at this. Oh,
Now that's a fish taco. All right, so that was Luna's Fish House. Kim and I have been to Yachats a handful of times, driven through, stopped there to eat lunch, and every single time we always end up at Luna's. If you look at TripAdvisor, it's the #1 restaurant here in town. It's a quick sit down, order, and just go. Awesome fish and chips.
Yeah.
Fish tacos were unreal. So much meat in those things. Probably one of the better fish tacos I've ever had. I mean, that whole meal for both of us was like $30. So very inexpensive, and the food as fresh as could be right off the sea. So highly recommend Luna's.
have you ever been to a hardware store that sells bread? That's what you get in small towns.
You can get hardware, bread, and kites. So, sorry if the audio is not great. We put a little microphone on this thing, but it is windy today, as you can see from Kim's hair. It's kind of funny how many times Kim and I have come to the coast, and it seems like every time we come, we're always able to find something new. So we're at Yachats State Park, and we've been here a few times, but it's always been, hey, let's stop, get something to eat, and then move on. But absolutely beautiful beach. Got a 3/4 mile one-way trail that you can walk along the coast. And then it's also just got all this beautiful park out here where you can just sit here and people out in the water, people doing all kinds of stuff. So.
One thing that's funny, in Portland today, it's supposed to be 97. So hence why we came to the beach. And here we are in sweatshirts, and I have long pants on. So yeah, this is what you do when it gets hot in the valley. You run to the coast.
So back behind us here, you've got a bunch of pelicans that flew in together, which were just awesome to see them kind of soar through. You got these little seagulls out here in the water, and then all of a sudden these giant pelicans just come in, and they're out there searching for fish or whatever. You can see them dunking their beaks in the water, but yeah, pretty cool to watch them fly in and all of a sudden just dive. We've been sitting here for quite a few minutes trying to see if we can get them to take off. Kim's got a couple good shots of them, but they're a little ways away. But again, just one of the cool things about coming to the coast and just getting to see some of this different wildlife that you don't get to see at home. All right, so that was Smelt Sands State Park. Still here in Yachats. It's only about a mile from the other Yachats State Park where we were. So as you can see, it was getting crazy windy out there. And just insane to think that it's 100 degrees at home in Portland, and here at the coast, it is storming. So there was some art out there dedicated to a couple guys that had drowned. Unfortunately, as you can see out there, when those seas get rough, they get really rough. So you got to know your tide tables, kind of know when those big waves are going to come in, and try to get a couple cool shots out there. But boy, it was so overcast. I don't know if anything's going to come out any good, but anyway, it was still fun to go out there and take some shots. So yeah, cool spot to stop and see some birds and some big waves crashing off rocks. It's one of the cool parts. The further down you come on the coast, the more rock croppings you start to get, and so you get a lot of that. So pretty cool. It's like One-Eyed Willie, man. You creepy little dummy. All right, so we're back here in Newport. Now this is where we're staying because unfortunately down there in Yachats, not a lot of options for not only dining, but also for lodging. Just not a lot there. So about 30 minutes back north, Newport, we're going to stay down near the beach. But the cool part is it's got a really nice downtown, and if you check out our video on Newport, you can see that. We're not going to go in detail here, but we just came out of a really pretty cool store.
It was called Femme Fatale Apothecary
of some sort.
It's a curiosity store and apothecary, and she said it was kind of like a museum as well. Random stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was with the music playing and everything. If you've ever been to Disneyland and been on the Haunted Mansion, that's totally what I thought when we went inside. But it's they've got all kinds of taxidermy, like little mice that are dressed in all kinds of weird outfits.
Yeah, they're real mice too.
Yeah, they're real mice. So yeah, very interesting store. Something I've never been in before. So check it out if you happen to be in town.
Normally when you come to the coast, it's always kind of the candy shops, the cheap clothes shops, all that kind of stuff. So kind of cool to see something a little bit different downtown. Like I said, we've been coming down here forever, and I've never seen a store quite like that. So yeah, if you come down to the downtown part of Newport, definitely check out that store and hopefully give them some business. It'd be nice to get more stores like that around.
Right, and we're down in the historic Bayfront.
Yeah, historic Bayfront, exactly. It's a storm.
It's not a storm, it's a marine layer. It happens every time it gets near 100 in the valley. Come on.
Are you
an Oregonian or what?
Are you a valley girl?
Yeah, so we're staying at the Hallmark in Newport. And we always like top floor because we don't like little pitter patter running all night long over our heads. The top floor was all fireplaces. And we're like, we don't need a fireplace, so we didn't want to pay extra for it. Show up to check in, they upgraded us for free, and we're now on the top floor, and we're using the fireplace. So awesome, thank you. We appreciate that.
Night.
Good night.
Hey, where am I gonna sleep?
Not my problem.
How'd you sleep last night at the Walmart?
Walmart?
What is this?
Hallmark.
How'd you sleep last night at Walmart? At the Hallmark.
I slept
Pretty nice hotel though, overall. Like nice rooms, beautiful view, really good pressure in the shower, which was awesome.
Oh yeah, nice shower.
Sometimes showers are terrible.
And instant hot water. I mean, we've had places where you have to wait and wait, especially being on the top floor. But it was, as soon as I turned it on, it was hot.
Very dark. A lot of times we'll go in hotels and got a bunch of light leaks and I need dark, so that was awesome. So overall, not bad. And then you get this access to the beach, so we're gonna go grab breakfast and then go for a walk before we head back down to Yachats.
So they have some really cool vegetation here. This one is even growing a sloth out of it.
What
Doesn't it
the
look like a
heck?
sloth?
What is that? Dude, you're tripping me out. It does look like a sloth. Or just some kind of creepy creeper.
That's crazy.
Thanks, Kim. I'm glad I already slept last night. So they've got a restaurant connected to the hotel, which is Georgie's. Really, really high-end, really good place for steak and seafood. We're gonna go in there for breakfast. They also serve breakfast, so you don't have to go far to get food.
That's a way to start a morning.
There's so much whipped cream on that thing, you gotta use a fork. That's a piece of driftwood. Tell me that doesn't look like a goat or something. Comment down below, what do you think that looks like? I think it looks like a goat. And it's kind of creepy when you walk by it and it's just sitting there. So we're making our way back down to Yachats. And as you can see, as you come down the road, this is a Scenic Highway 101, and they've just got multiple state parks that you can pull off. It's a Sunday. In these parks, as you start to get further to the middle and the southern part of the coast, just very few people come down here. And so these state parks, they've got a handful of people walking on these beaches, and so you basically have them all to yourself. I guarantee you, if you're up in Cannon Beach or one of those up in Lincoln City maybe, you'd have hundreds and hundreds of people on the beach. But down here, you pretty much have them all to yourself. So if you can find a way to visit the mid part of the coast, highly recommend it. We have now entered the Perpetua Scenic Area, and this is Devil's Churn.
Devil's Churn began as a small fracture. Thunderous waves have gnawed at the rock for eons, eroding it away grain by grain, enlarging the crack into a chasm. As you approach, you'll feel the power of the churn like thunder in your bones, and anticipate each collision of wave and rock like bursting fireworks.
So as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. You can hike down there, which we're gonna do, but if you come during a storm, like Kim was just saying about thunder and crashes, I mean, this thing is unbelievable when it's storming. Those waves will just crash all up onto those rocks, and it is loud. So if you can come here during a storm, that would be awesome, because you won't forget it. So one of the problems with photography on the Oregon coast is, especially when you have wind, you're going to get a lot of salt water on your lenses and stuff. So make sure that if you're bringing a camera, even if it's your iPhone or your phone camera, grab a couple of these cloths. I guess for a phone you can just use a shirt, but for lenses, if you got nice lenses, make sure you have some of these, because you're definitely going to run into issues with salt water. Even on a nice day like today where there's not very much wind, I'm getting salt water all over my lenses. So anyway, tip of the day. So, like I said, bring some kind of spray, because down there at that Thor's Well, that thing just spouts out a ton of water, as you can see, and it was just getting all over lenses. So, and also be careful going down there. We saw some people doing some stupid things for a photo. Lady with her kid right up against the spout, and people drown out here all the time because of that. So I don't know what your photos are worth, but hopefully not worth the kid's life. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. That's a pretty awesome spot to come see. If you get past Yachats, you're going to come to Devil's Churn, Thor's Well, and then a bunch of beautiful state parks. The problem is there is no restaurants, there's no cafes, there's no gas stations, there's no nothing. So bring yourself some snacks. Luckily, Kim always packs trail mix, because I'm getting hangry and I need some food. And we got to get back. Anyway, we're stopping here at the visitor center. Last time we came here, it was closed due to COVID, so it's open again. Gonna check it out, see what that's all about. But hopefully, you guys have seen, like, we didn't even scratch the surface on like the stretch of this beautiful highway. But if you head further south, you'll run into Florence. But again, that's probably at least a half an hour to 45 minutes. So grab lunch in Yachats or bring food.
All right, so we stopped here at the visitor center at Cape Perpetua. Talked to the ranger and found out that today in Cannon Beach they saw a cougar on Haystack Rock, so it's actually closed. So really glad that we decided to come south. We got this little map here. There's all kinds of hiking trails around here. We're looking to go up to this spot. There's a day use area here from the visitor center where we are here. A little over a mile to climb up there, but he said it's 700 feet of elevation gain in just about a mile, so it's really pretty steep. And we looked across at the mountain, and yeah, it's way up there. So instead we're gonna drive it, and he told us it was a paved road. So you just take this Highway 55 here to here, and then squiggle on up, and then there's a parking lot up there. So a little less strenuous on us. It's not so much for the car, but not our problem.
We're not lazy, we're just tired.
This is insane. Look at the clouds out there.
Freaking cool, man. That's like, it's like a drone shot, but not, you don't have to be in the drone.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the old growth. One of the cool things about the Oregon coast, man, we still have these beautiful old growth trees. Absolutely amazing. This is even close to one of the giants, but it's pretty big.
Hi.
Yeah, how would you like to have a picnic up here? Bring a snack. It's not very busy. Like I said, we're got this place kind of ourselves. I mean, there's been people coming through, but you could easily bring yourself something to eat and snack right here, that's for sure. Saw a hawk go by. That was awesome. Beautiful wildflowers out. So, cannot beat this.
The boys here at Cape Creek, they built this shelter, but they also developed the campground, the Cape Perpetua campground down at the bottom of the hill, the Devil's Churn parking area, local forest roads, and then planted trees between the coast and Willamette Valley. They were busy. So we stopped at Yachats Brewery to see about having lunch/dinner here. The menu's interesting. Some of the meals include maitake melty sandwich, which are maitake mushrooms from the Rainforest Mushroom Farm. They do have a pulled pork sandwich,
Which is literally the only normal thing.
Yeah, they have a lion's mane cakes, which are 4 lion's mane mushroom cakes served with black garlic aioli. Another maitake Yorkshire pudding, and a kimchi rice bowl. So
A Mai Tai melty sandwich made with mushrooms. The whole thing's like,
yeah, it's all just mushrooms.
so if you like mushrooms, man, this is your place. So
So funny thing is I think we're gonna go back to Luna's Fishing, which We joke and said when we first got here yesterday, hey, we've been here to Yachats like 4 times, and each time we've eaten at Luna's, and I think we're gonna do it again today.
Yeah, we are, definitely.
Newport's another like 30-40 minutes north, and we're hungry. It's late in the
Yeah.
day and we haven't had lunch, so here we come, Luna's.
Moving on.
Fantastic ending to a great weekend.
Luna's does not disappoint. It's like our 6th time to Luna's in the 6 times we've been to Yachats. Glad that we didn't hit up the brewery. That food just looked ridiculous. Hopefully they'll change that menu someday. I don't know. Maybe some people are into eating mushroom burgers, but I'm good with fish and chips and beer. So if that's your style, comment below. If you like mushroom burgers and mushrooms pudding and mushrooms,
Yeah.
then yeah, whatever. Anyway, absolutely fantastic food.
Yep. And sorry, but convertible hair, don't care.
Babe, your hair looks fantastic. Your hair looks fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed our trip to Yachats. It was awesome. Great town to come hang out and spend a weekend. And if you get a chance to see some of those views, if you come in the summertime and you get them, that's awesome. If you come in the winter and they've got that Spouting Horn at the Thor's Well, awesome as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.
See ya.